Merry Christmas, my friends. This is Nana from Tangle Time Arts, and I can't believe it's already day 24 of the Zentangle Advent Calendar. I'm using the one by MZ Creates, and day 24 is Keenees by Donna Hornsby, and it's a pretty simple tangle with the orbs and a triangle inside of them. So we're going to try that today with another Christmas tree type project. I have a tan tile, the regular size, so 3.5 by 3.5 inches. If you have a white one, that's awesome. I am using a black pen, a number 2 pencil, and a tortillon. I also have a white chalk pencil and a tortillon to go with the white chalk pencil. I have a green Sakura jelly roll and a red Uniball Signo gel pen. And we're going to start with our number 2 pencil. And for this particular one, I'm kind of working not the way we normally do, but I've turned it on its side. So we're working as kind of the diamond shape. And you want to mark off, this is about 1.5 inches here from the top, and also 1.5 inches from the bottom. And then we're just going to kind of pencil in a triangle for our tree shape, like that. And then we can switch to our pen and get started. So with Keenees, it just starts with the orbs. It kind of starts like tipple. And we're just going to fill in various sized orbs. They do not all have to be the same. Some are going to be bigger and others are going to be smaller. And just take your time and fill them in. But I am trying to alternate small, medium, and large ones so that we have a variety. And it just makes it a little more interesting that way. I apologize for the airplane noise with the holidays. We've been getting many, many flights coming in. I live very close to an airport. All right, we've filled that in mostly. And then along the bottom here, I'm going to put in a stem. So roughly in the middle, I'm going to put in a tree trunk like that. And then for this one, I'm going to draw a circle around it, because this tree is in a pot, like that. And then we're going to work on some of the detail in here. before we add our triangles, I like to fill in these spaces, these little spaces in here. And you can leave the edge bumpy if you'd like, and I'm going to do that on the bottom. But for the sides, I think I am going to kind of fill in along the way. I'm going to rotate my tile a little bit so it's more comfortable for me to work. And I did end up with one larger area here. We can either fill that in or add little orbs to it. So I'm going to add some little orbs. And then the next step is to add the triangle shapes. And I like to have a little curve in there on all three sides. And I tend to start with the larger orbs. It just works well for me. If you want to start from the top and work down, that's totally fine. And I kind of rotate the orientation of the triangles. So the largest circles that I have are roughly the size of my pen cap, and the smaller ones get very small. If you feel an orb is too small for a triangle, you don't have to put one in. They can just be orbs. And I think I will leave a couple of them as just orbs because they're getting very tiny. Okay. I'm going to put the cap on my black pen for a moment. And I am actually going to take my green Sakura jelly roll, and I'm actually going to color in the areas around the triangles. You can leave those plain if you want to, but for this particular project, I thought it would be nice just to color them in. And actually, I might want to switch to a lighter green. It's on the tan paper. That's better. Somehow the tan paper makes the green color a little darker. I think I can probably go over this one a little bit. You're working on white paper, that's not going to be an issue for you. So I switched to a Jelly Roll green metallic pen. And then we have to make a decision with our tiny little orbs. You can either fill them in with the green, or you can add different colors to them, like ornaments. I'm just going to keep them green and fill those in along the way. And I think I have all of those filled in. I'm going to put the cap on that one and switch to the red Uniball Signo. And each of the triangle shapes has some stippling inside. You could do that with your black pen, but I'm using the red for some contrast. And because it's a Christmas project. And sometimes I have to blot it on a piece of paper to get it going. Some of these are pretty tiny, so you're not going to have a lot of stippling in there. And if you don't like red, you could easily use gold or silver. And I think I'll add a little bit of red detail to the pot. All right. And then for the top of the tree, originally I was going to use a StArukas by Zentangle, but I was wondering if we could adapt that with the star. And lo and behold, there is a variation of StArukas called StArukas, and it's from Zen Linea, and it starts with a star shape. So we are just going to draw in freehand a star shape. It does not have to be perfect at all. Like that. And then we're just going to start in each of these valley areas. We'll draw a line a little off from that point, and then we will aura that line. And it's really important to rotate your tile as you do this. We'll do the same here. And then for this one, I think I am not drawing a straight line, but I'm going to do a curved line, more like a ribbon. And aura that too, but come to a point. We already have the two here for kind of a base. And then the same on the right side. I think I will do more of a ribbon type of line. Once you have that in, we are going to aura around the remaining star shape areas, which are really the points. That. And then we are going to add more of the aura lines, but starting at the edge. So we go along each side of our original lines. And then we're going to do our ribbon type of line here on each side. And the same on the right side here. And you can do this as many times as you like. I'm trying to decide if I should go one more time, and I think I will go one more time. So I am going to do an aura around the points. Let's see. I actually kind of like that as it is. So I think I am going to probably leave that like that. If your original star was smaller, you could keep going, but I'm going to leave that like that. And I think on one of these sides, I'm going to add a little detail. I'm going to add some orbs into this area here. And then I can do that on the other side as well. We can either do that on the bottom, or we could do that on the top. I'm just going to keep it symmetrical and add that to the bottom one like I did on the right side. And just filling kind of those spaces with your inked line. And then I think I will, I'm going to add a little color here. And that's symmetrical. And maybe add, let's see, maybe I'll leave that like that. Okay, now I'm going to take the number 2 pencil and I'm just going to add a little bit of shading to the star on the bottom. And then a little bit on these areas here. So always on the right side of the point. So I'm going to rotate, and so that would be this area here. And I keep rotating, and it's always going to be on the right side just to be consistent. And I think I'll add a little graphite to the inside of the pot. Like that. And then I'll take the tortillon and I will blend that. And I'm also going to blend inside the star, just on the bottom, and a little bit on these areas. And then I'm going to take the white chalk pencil, and then I'm going to add a little bit of that in there. If this doesn't appeal to you, you could go in there with a gel pen, a sparkly one, and fill in your star just for some color and just to make it brighter. But I'm just kind of demonstrating some shading. All right, and then I'm going to add the white chalk pencil to these rays coming out as well. Like that. And then a little bit of white on this side of the pot. I have a tortillon just for working with the white chalk pencil, and you don't really need to do that much with it. Just smooth it out a little bit. That. And then we can also add a little bit of the white to the left side of the points. Working with the chalk pencils takes a little bit of practice. All right, that looks cool. And then I think I'll take the number 2 pencil and just add a little bit of a kind of like a shadow here, just for interest. And then take the tortillon for the graphite and blend that out. And I think I will add a little bit of the gold gel pen to these areas. Just for a little bit of sparkle. All right, I think we're finished. This is a very short, let me focus that. This is a very short demo because I'm guessing people are probably pretty busy and want to spend time with their family and friends. So there we have it. Day 24, Keenees by Donna Hornsby and StArukas by Zen Linea. We're going to take our pen and add our chop just to the little corner here. I think I'm just going to put it in literally in the corner. And I'm going to turn it over and add my information. And this was Advent Tangles 2023. And it is day 24. I don't know where the time went. And we have Keenees by Donna Hornsby and StArukas. So StArukas is a variation of Arukas, and Arukas is Sakura backwards. That was by Zen Linea. All right, we have our cute little Christmas tree. It's kind of like a little topiary tree. And it would look cute on maybe a label or a card. And if you would prefer, instead of using black, you definitely could use a brown micron if you're using a tan towel. All right, I think that's a wrap for the Zentangle Advent Tangles 2023. It's been an absolute joy for me. Thank you for your support and for inspiring me. All your comments have been awesome, and thank you for subscribing and liking my videos. Creativity is a fun journey, and thank you for joining me. It's just been so much fun for me. I want to wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas and a healthy, happy New Year. I'll see you in 2024. And I love you guys. Thank you so much.